It's the dawn of the 2018 Icelandic Formula Offroad season. Nitrous infused, big jumps, rolls, big V8s, well, and a few turbocharged, smaller engines as well, line up the field this year. And with last year's champion Guðmundur Ingi not returning this year, there will be a new champion crowned.
Time is running out and the illusion fades away. Time is running out, then overlays.
And that was a solid move by Thor to get the best time in this course. Look at that, he throws it around like a rally car. Something that you're not used to seeing. So, after 4 courses, 2 to go. 59 points separate Atli Jamil from Thor Thormar. They're the two fighting for the win in Hella. Now, we move to the legend. The river at Hella. It's a legendary track. Famous. It's mythical. The cube. Aquaplaning well. Managed to throw it over there. It's pretty quick. You can hear the turbo blowing. Now needs to set it up again for the river. Full speed. He needs to hydroplane. Oh, not a good landing in the river. Gets a bit wobbly there. Full speed. He looks like he's gonna make it all the way. That's fast. 40.45 second. Here we have Ásmundur Ingjaldsson driving the bomb. The hydroplane goes a bit wrong there. Wobbly. But managed to keep it. There's a lot of horsepower there. It gets all the way over. Well done. 46 seconds. Sledgehammer. Again, they are wobbling a bit through the river, but that's good enough. For the first part now. Geirivert turns it around. Goes for the river. That's a weird line. Something we've not seen before today. Oh, gets all a bit wrong there. Slows down a lot, but 44 seconds. That's not a bad time. Here we have Thor Thormar. Look at the way he attacks the river there. That's fast. There's a new engine in the car. It's around 1000 horsepower with nitrous from Nelson Racing engines. And there's a lot going on there. Full speed. So quick here in the water. And I can tell you how quick. He was clocked at 64 miles per hour. And that's a new world record for driving on water. 38.5. Fastest of the day. A sick drive by Thor Thormar. Fans love it. Here we have Ingólfur Guðvarason. He's never made it over the river. What happens here? He remembers it being wet and cold, but he goes all the way now, 44 seconds. Guðmundur Eliasson driving the rodeo. The 17-year-old finished the race in 8th, which has to be a remarkable achievement for the young Icelander. Now, Gísli Gunnar Jónsson, the legend. He lost it all in track number 2. Was never able to win it, but went for track wins instead. And like his usual self, he finishes the course. And the crowd love him. He put hydroplaning on the map when Formula Offroad first got exported from Iceland, with appearances in TV shows all over Europe. And once again pleases the crowd. It is Gestur Ingólfsson. 2 wheels into the river. Almost rolled it into it. Hydroplanes there to the side. That's That's a unique way of doing it, but he gets over 43 seconds. Not too bad. Let's see it again. Look at the way he hits the river. He catches the bank there. Doesn't manage to steer it. Lucky not dig it into the water and actually roll it in there. But somehow manages to hydroplane the whole way over. Well done. Páll Jónsson did well in his first race. But look at how wobbly the front wheels are there. It's gonna hurt a bit. 47 seconds. Árni Kópsson, this is another legend. He came to Hella just to drive on the water. And we welcome him. You can drive on the water whenever you want, Árni. An old legendary car as well. Haukur Einarsson driving Hekla. The nitrous did not work in the river, so he had to rely on his naturally aspirated power. That got him over in a decent time, 42.05. And now, the moment that everybody was waiting for, especially Þór Þormar. Atli Jamil, he had a 59-point advantage over Þór before this track, but it all goes really wrong here. Right away at the beginning. And the power steering is gone. It's gone. There's no way to drive this car without power steering. But he's still trying. But you just see how hard it is. And Atli loses the lead. He falls all the way down to 5th place. And that is disappointing for Atli.
And you were in the lead before that track?
Yeah, we was in the river. There's one hose that was blown, so I did lose the steering.
So you lost the power steering?
Yeah.
And that means Þór Þormar takes the lead from a heartbroken Atli Jamil. Now the final track. It's the swamp. Þór Þormar just needs to finish this track to win his first ever race in the Icelandic Formula Offroad Championship and take the lead. The course is not a time attack, but the same rules apply. There are no penalties for reversing, but -10 for touching a marker. You could call it a trick drive or some sort of it's pain for the drivers. There's a lot of cold swamp water thrown over you, but hey, it's a good show. These boys like to get dirty sometimes in Hella, and Þór Þormar, he's enjoying it here. You can just see it in the way he drives. And there, Þór Þormar wins his first ever Formula Offroad race.
Þór, til hamingju með sigurinn!
Já, þakkaði fyrir!
Þetta var frábær akstur hjá þér í dag!
Já, ég var aðeins að ná tökum á bílnum, hann aðeins óhreitt niðri og svona, en leðum að koma búið snúning og svona, þá var það allt í lagi.
Og já, þetta er fullkomin byrjun á Íslandsmótinu.
Já, þetta er bara það sem að þeir hleyptu mér í hann í Ameríku, kom mér á bragðið, þá er ekki aftur snúið.
Þannig að þú lætur fyrsta sætið ekkert af hendi á næstunni?
Ég held ekki, Þannig að það er bara undir þeim komið að reyna að halda í mig,
That's one happy Þór Þormar celebrating his first ever Icelandic Formula Offroad win. And he thinks there are many more to come. Now here we have the final standings. Þór Þormar wins it. Ingólfur comes in second. Geir Evert, Magnús, and the heartbroken Atli Jamil in 5th.
Já, ég held að hinir eigi ekkert möguleika í þetta. Þó þeir séu góðir og samkeppnishæfir, en þá held ég að þetta sé alltaf að koma til okkar hérna núna.
Gangi vel í dag.
Þakkaði fyrir.
Lendir í 5. sæti á Hellu meðan að Þór vann. Nú verður þú bara að vera á undan Þór og helst náttúrulega að vinna.
Nú er bara að vona að hinir strákarnir standi sig líka og við keyrum Þór eitthvað niður.
Gangi vel í dag.
Takk.
Hver verður lykill að velgengni hérna í dag?
Það er bara að bíllinn haldist í lagi. Ég held að það verði mjög knappt eins og var síðast. Það verður mjög þéttur hópur.
Núna eru aðstæður hérna svolítið öðruvísi en á Hellu. Það er mikill sandur á Hellu og hér er bara grjót í rauninni.
Já, það verður tekið á því og enda verður fjör.
Gangi vel í dag.
Já, takk fyrir.
And now we move on to the penultimate course of the day. He's setting up nicely here, full throttle, and that's just easy. 350 points for length, no penalty points, and that means that Magnús Sigurðsson extends his lead over Atli Jamil. Ingólfur Guðvarason 3rd, Þór Þormar 4th, and Geir Evert Grímsson 5th. Now, here we see Þór Þormar giving Finnur some advice before the final course. Finnur goes first. It's a very difficult course. Let's see how Finnur gets on. Makes it over the first obstacle. He needs to stay higher there, and that's a black flag. He's out of the course. He knows it. Now here's Geir Grímsson. He was up to 5th, despite the rolls in the first and second course of the day. Let's see if he can do something here. Another roll. Probably did not walk this track either. Valdimar Jón Sveinsson, he had really no chance of victory after rolling in the second course. But wants to score solid points. However, the exact same result as Geir Evert had. Ooh, and the car catches fire there. However, the marshal's quick to respond, so no damage or harm. Magnús Sigurðsson driving the cube. The pressure is on. Can he cling the win here in the final course of the day? Gets through that first big obstacle. We've seen a few roll it out there. Oh, well driven here. It's fantastic driving so far. However, it's all wobbly there. Will he make it the whole way? No. He missed the gate, so that's a black flag. Let's see it again. He goes too far to the right there. It's nice. He needs to stay further to the left to be able to make that gate. However, it looked good, but he went out of the cars. However, now Atli and his team, they have an opportunity to cling the victory. Now, Ásmundur Ingjaldsson driving the bomb. Like we said earlier, he is a newcomer, new car, and Ásmundur has yet to roll this car, so spoiler alert. It's gonna happen eventually to everybody. 9th place for Ásmundur in Stapafell. Here we have Birgir Sigurðsson. However, the transmission broke, so there's not a lot of stuff happening, and he wasn't very happy with that. And there the gear knob gets left in Stapafell. Now, Atli Jamil and his team watching. They know they can take the lead. He needs to go all the way for victory here, but there is a chance. What will Atli do? The first obstacle here. Gets through it clean. Now he saw how Magnús drove out of the course earlier. Needs to make sure that that does not happen to him. Gets through this banking here. That's well done. He is quite far up here. The line is good. He's still on track at least. Goes for it, goes for it, goes for it. That's the win for Atli Jamil. Fantastic drive in the final course of the day to clean on to that victory. Look at that, the way that he steers it. He knows what he needs to do, and he does exactly that. Disappointing for Magnús, but a very happy Atli at the end of the day. And to win here a year after his accident, gotta be even sweeter. It is Guðmundur Eliasson. He's a teenager driving his dad's car. And this is the rodeo. 8th place in Stapafell. Here is Ingólfur Guðvarason. He was in 3rd place before this track. needs a good result to hold on to that podium finish. Probably still on course there. Ah, it's a big hit. And that means he's out of it. 200 points for Ingólfur. Now, Haukur Einarsson, he was in 6th before this track, but he could go up to 3rd place by going all the way. He's already seen Atli Jamil do it. He's now gone further than Geir, so he moves up to 5th place. That's that gate. Drives out of the course. So he did not beat Ingólfur's score. And that means that he ends 5th. Here's Þór Þormar Pálsson. He won't be able to catch Atli Jamil, but a score of 220 or more will put him in 3rd ahead of Ingólfur. Penalty points there. But if he goes all the way, that won't matter too much. He's still on track here. Through the 2nd gate. Lines it up here for the 3rd gate. Oh, that's not the way you want to do it. Thor's not happy. He's losing 4th place to Haukur. Right there. So the final standings. Atli Jamil wins. Magnús Sigurðsson 2nd. Ingólfur Guðvarðarson 3rd. Haukur Einarsson 4th. And Þór Þormar Pálsson 5th. So the championship as it stands. Ingólfur Guðvarðarson 32 points. Þór Þormar 30. Atli Jamil 30 and Magnús 29. Fantastic win for Ingólfur. He wins Atli Jamil on equal points. The judges need to go deep into the rule books to find out who will win it. Ingólfur wins. Now Atli Jamil, after the 4th race, has 8 points in the bag against Þór Þormar. go through this gate here to be, well, to get his first win in Formula Off-Road, and that's what he does. Doesn't need to go any further. He knows it. Breaks the wheels off the car just to make it count. Now, that means that if Þór Þormar wins at home in Akureyri in the final competition of the year, Atli Jamel needs to be second. Otherwise, Þór Þormar is crowned champion. Going for that final climb. No penalty points so far. No penalty points there. Þór is doing this very well. He's got more points than Atli already. Big jump there. He touched the marker. That's only 10 penalty points. Masterclass by Þór. By going all the way, he's won the race. Even if there's one more track to go and the home crowd, it's buzzing at the scene. Such is the dominant driving of Þór today. However, it's all up to Atli now. Will he manage to finish second? He's tied on points with Ingólfur going into the last course of the day. He needs to beat Ingólfur and Haukur and Geirivert to secure his place. So Þór has the win today wrapped up. However, it's all about what Atli Jamel does here. He needs to finish second. Here we have Haukur. It's a tradition to have the biggest and scariest hill as the final course. And that was definitely the case in Akureyri. Big roll here for Haukur. Oh, that's a very heavy roll. But Haukur was fine, and they have all winter to rebuild that car. Here's Ingólfur. He can put even more pressure on Atli. They were tied on points before this course. Will he go all the way? He's looking good. 330 points. And that means that Atli needs to match Ingólfur's 330 points if he's gonna keep on to second place and therefore become the Icelandic Formula Off-Road champion. Atli's gunning for it. Oh, that's not good. He loses all the pace. He's stuck. That's the title gone. That's the title gone. What happened to Atli? And that means that Þór Þormar, the local boy, know that he is the champion. This final course is just a formality, and if I know Þór correctly, he's gonna go for it. He's promised his home crowd they'll go all the way, and he's not a man that usually disappoints. He's gonna gun for it, and that's what he does. Simply the best, a deserved champion, winning the title at his home race is definitely a dream come true. And look at Þór up on the truck, celebrating the championship. What a drive in Akureyri to seal the title. Now that's it for the 2018 Formula Off-Road this season.
I got a clue.